Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Countdown to Sun and Fun. I'm your host, Amanda Hawley, and of course, I'm here with our CEO and President, Gene Conrad. We have a great program lined up for you today. Among a few other things, today's Countdown to Sun and Fun is going to be pilot-focused with some incredibly useful information for our pilots thinking about or planning to fly into Sun and Fun.
Well, hey, Amanda, welcome back. This is episode, I guess, number 2 for our Countdown Live, and stay with us over the next hour for info on our pilot programs and services. After all, Sun and Fun is a fly-in, and we want to take care of our pilots.
Yes, we sure do. So I'm looking forward to everything that we have planned for our viewers today. So welcome in to this second episode of Countdown to Sun and Fun. If you missed the first show, it is available on our YouTube channel. All you have to do is search at Fly SNF to go back and watch it, of course, after this show, right? While you're there, help us out. Subscribe to all of our channels and mash that thumbs up button too. If you didn't know, it actually helps us spread the news and videos for Sun and Fun so that more people can see it. After you subscribe and like, you can leave a comment for us in our comment section. We have a question, comments, we are keeping an eye on it. This is an interactive live stream, and we're going to be answering some of those later on in the show. So let's get started.
Let's go.
Gene, it's only been a month since we last sat here and did our first episode, but we have a lot of updates for our 50th fly-in, so let's hear the very latest.
Well, we do. So my first segment here, so we are 56 days out.
Wow.
I know when I talked with my team and the volunteer, we had our first chairman meeting this last Saturday. I think it was 58 days on that, whatever day it is today. But 56 days out, and I just want to say thank you to all of our volunteers and my team, and everybody's been working diligently to get ready for this being our 50th fly-in, so we're super excited. So I have updates today. So specifically for the air show, last week we put out our air show schedule, so it is out. It is on our website at flysnf.org. So every day is on there, Tuesday through Sunday, including our night shows. There will be additional ads to the air show schedule as well, but stay tuned, and basically all the information we have right now is up there, but there will be some additional ads here in the near future, so stay tuned for those. Also, our military static. We always get a lot of questions, especially on social media, who's coming as far as the military static. That is up on our website as well. I want to say we probably have about 15 statics that are up there, and there'll be additional ads as we move forward. But I will tell you, there'll probably be less military static this year. Not that we don't want them, but we have so much stuff coming and some special things that I'm actually going to get ready to announce here. But just want to remind everybody, too, the daily air show starts at 1 p.m. and ends at 5 every day. And also the night air shows on Wednesday and Saturday start at 7 and end about 9:15 with fireworks, remember, both days this year.
Always a big hit.
Yes. But I do have a special announcement today. So this is something new that we have not put out there. We'll put it up some more info in a press release actually tomorrow about it. But the Connie, the Super Constellation, I'm getting chills. The Super Constellation is coming to join us, the Baton, and we are super excited that our friends at Air Legends Foundation and Rod Lewis and his team are bringing that beautiful Connie here to Sun and Fun. They're flying it all the way out from Oregon, all the way out here to Florida, just for our guests and for all of you to enjoy this beautiful airplane. So I'm super excited about it. Another special thing, so bear with me for a minute. I just want to read something real quick about the Connie and why it's so special. During the Korean War, this particular Connie, this specific airplane, served as a flying command post for General Douglas MacArthur, who named it Bataan in honor of the Americans and Filipinos who perished during the infamous Bataan Death March. My grandfather was actually in the Bataan Death March and was a POW for 3 years. So this airplane is very, very special to me. So I'm super excited that we can bring it to everybody, and it's going to be a great ad for us this year.
That's amazing. We need a breaking news stinger. That was great.
Yeah. So anyway, so we're we're super excited for that, and really appreciate again Rod Lewis, his team for putting the faith in us that we're going to take good care of their airplanes. So also the Sunset Aerial Circus down at Paradise City. A very, very exciting area. Tuesday night, Thursday night, and Friday night this year from 7 to 8:30. We'll have our Stoll Invitational is back, so I know we get a lot of questions about that. I know they just posted the list of all the people participating this year, so we're excited to get that out as well. Also, we have Wacos and their Junkers A50 Junior LSA will be doing a demo. Also, Arrhythmia, our friends with Paramotors, so they'll be flying as well. Maybe also during the concert, but maybe that's a joke. Maybe that's something I wasn't supposed to share, Dennis, so I'm sorry. Also, our friends at SOCOM, our parachute jumpers will jump into our grass strip there at Paradise City. And also this year, a new ad for us, 3DRC. They do air dancing led by Jace Ducia, including their helicopter, a tandem, and also a solo act. So very, very exciting activity down there on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, and Sunset Aerial Circus. So that's a lot of stuff, but again, there will be more. There is more to come as well. So there's some additional things, as I mentioned earlier, that we're going to be adding to the Daily Air Show. So stay tuned, and it's going to be an exciting year for us.
So that was a lot of information. If you didn't write it all down, we are going to be posting all of this information on our social pages. That's why it's super important to follow us for those updates as well. And yeah, we have 2 more Countdown to Sun and Fun episodes before the actual 50th flight.
And
so
there's more to come. We'll have more to add in our next one.
There's so much more to come. So if you didn't get it all right, then again, it'll be posted all on our socials and of course the Sun and Fun website. But thank you for that kickoff episode. That kickoff information, Gene. We are just getting started with this second episode. So joining us now, our first guest of the day, Nancy Leanhoutz, the chairperson for 927 Club. Welcome back. You are, of course, joining us the first episode as well, but you're here to tell us a little bit more about 927. If you don't know exactly what it is, tell us about it, and of course, the ticket availability.
All right. Well, thank you so much for having me back again. I just want to let everybody know that ticket sales are extremely strong this year early. Right now, as we speak, we've got about 166 tickets available for Wednesday. That is not very many. Every time I come to you and tell you, get your tickets now, don't wait, don't wait. Some of you wait, then you don't get them, then you call me crying, I didn't get a ticket. So let's avoid all of that and go ahead and get those tickets while they last, because I'm telling you, Wednesday and Friday are really on target to sell out again this year. So get those. Let's talk about the weekly tickets just a minute, because there's some special things that go along with if you have a weekly club ticket. Of course, all the club tickets include the entry price to the event, so that's included. Your weekly tickets, we're going to have a reception on Tuesday night before the concert. You all have gotten an email from me already, and I need a RSVP because the seating is limited, and we're only going to reserve a seat for you if you let me know you're coming. So you must let me know you're coming so that we can reserve that seat for you. So get on it and let me know. Now let's talk about flying. This is a big year for us. We want everybody to fly in that can. On the bottom of the 927 page, there's information. If you're a club member, a 927 club member, and you're flying your aircraft into KLAL, we have a team set up to come and pick you up from your airplane, bring you to the 927 Club, take you back to your airplane, or whatever we need to do to help you there. So go on that form and fill it out and send it to me, and we're more than happy to make things easy for you to get to the club. Do not miss this opportunity this year, folks. It's going to be amazing. And the last thing I want to say is, caca!
That gets me excited.
Every time. So thank you so much for joining. Do you have an RSVP date for that?
I do, and it's on the email. Okay. Everybody got one.
All right. Just wanted to make sure there. Thank you so much for joining us,
Thank
Nancy.
you for having me.
Every single time, of course. We do hope that everyone takes advantage of that club because it supports a great cause. It really does.
It does.
All right, so let's turn back to Gene now on a topic that pilots flying in for Sun and Fun, they really need to know about it. They always expect to know about it ahead of time. The NOTAM, for those that don't understand this, Gene, explain what the Notice to Air Missions is and how essential it is to our Sun and Fun pilots.
So our NOTAM for flying into our event is very, very important. I know my pilot friends out there are well aware of this. Our Notice to Air Missions here this year for Sun and Fun was just actually posted by the FAA yesterday. So if you go to our website at flysnf.org, you'll see a tab there for flying in. You click that, it'll be right there. Our NOTAM will be there ready for you. It just actually was posted yesterday, so we're super excited. Again, that's a new announcement for us as well, and we'll have that out on social media tomorrow to make sure all of our friends that are looking to fly in will have that information, because obviously, as you all know, it's very, very important for you to study and know that NOTAM backwards, forwards, where every I and every T is crossed. It is a busy week, and it's about being, obviously about making sure everybody gets here safe and sound and has a great time. So it's very important. But with the NOTAM this year, there are changes. And so when you go to that NOTAM page and you look at the NOTAM with the Lake Parker arrival procedure for VFR arrivals into KLAL, there is a big change this year. So the FAA has produced a new video. The video is up on our website as well already. So we encourage, again, everybody, read the NOTAM, study the NOTAM, pay attention to the NOTAM, know the NOTAM, obviously, and then go and watch that video as well. The FAA did a phenomenal job producing that and putting it together. Lots of great information there for everybody. And again, there's the new Lake Parker approach. The approach this year actually starts at Fantasy of Flight. So if anybody knows Kermit Weeks and this grass strip and all those beautiful airplanes that are out there, the actual approach starts at Kermit Weeks' place at Fantasy of Flight. Then you go over Sun Tracks, which is this looks like a racetrack on the ground where they actually test autonomous vehicles, the Florida Department of Transportation. And then from that point, you head to Lake Parker. But again, it's very, very important that you guys all go and check that out, read the NOTAM, check out the video. And there's also a new VFR hold procedure in there as well. So again, lots of new information, but all this has been put in place. It's actually been discussed over the last several years. Even when I was running the airport, we were talking about this. It's somewhat like what they've done at Oshkosh now to stretch out the approach to make sure we're not bunching all the aircraft and making them super close together, to really stretch that out and give everybody the spacing that they need to get in here safe and sound in here to Lake and Linder International Airport. Something else that I want to be able to, tell our flying friends, come early. There's a couple things. So our airfield will be ready, and all of our volunteers will be ready to start hosting aircraft here on the field Saturday, April 6th at noon, right? So we're several days before the event starts on Tuesday, April 9th. We will be ready to go. So, come early. We also have a new package, a fly-in early package. So if you come in and camp with us early, so you can arrive Saturday at noon, you can go do, I think we talked about this before, but you can go do other things here in Central Florida, or all these great, venues that we have in Polk County. The Detroit Tigers are here as well. So I don't know if they have games that weekend or whatnot, but there's always something to do here in Central Florida. But come early, and with that, when you fly in, you're only paying for Tuesday camping and Wednesday night camping. So if you arrive early, you stay with us Tuesday, Wednesday night, and you depart Thursday. Now, if you want to come the whole week, we look forward to that as well. But that's a new thing for us this year. And also, I would encourage too. I grew up in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, where the big fly-in is, and I watched. If I wasn't doing what I'm doing today, I would have been an air traffic controller. So I always read the note and paid attention to it. I love watching the aircraft and how that ballet and that dance and the control, occurs with air traffic control and how they handle all of the aircraft and the volume coming in. But I would encourage folks too, if you're coming on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, whichever day, it's very important. Get here early. A lot of folks, it gets really busy between, I want to say about 9:30, 11 a.m., 11:30. I know that's more of just the nature of how us humans work and how we operate. But if you can get here earlier, it's less busy. So I wouldn't wait to get here at the 9 o'clock hour to get here as early as possible. The field opens at 7 a.m. The NOTAM goes into effect at 7 a.m. and our volunteers are on the field ready to receive all of you and flying in and get you parked and into camping or wherever it is here on the field, and so you can go enjoy your day. So that's very, very important. And also post-air, I'm reading this, sorry.
Go for it. I want to make sure you get all the information.
The other thing is, too, so when people are coming, if you're coming post-air show each day, so again, we talked earlier about the air show, we go from 1 to 5 p.m., but also, understand, appreciate when we open the field back up, especially like on a Wednesday or Thursday, there's a lot of departures that we're going to push out right after the airport opens. Plan to arrive about 5:30. I've seen in the past a lot of aircraft are out there circling around Lake Parker because they're in the hold, ready to go at 5 o'clock, but also appreciate we have to depart a lot of airplanes before we start accepting arrivals. So really plan between maybe 5:15, 5:30 for your arrival time in here into Lake and Linder International Airport. So that's something else to think about as well if you're flying in or when you're departing the event as well.
And one more time where everyone can find that NOTAM and the updates in the video.
Yeah, it's at flysnf.org, and when you get on our page, you'll see flying in, and you'll drop down a little bar there, and the first thing on there is NOTAM, and it's right there ready to go. So
Perfect.
I think we got it out earlier this year, so I know a lot of people will be happy about that. But again, some changes in there this year, hopefully to make your journey here and your arrival into the airport much easier, much safer this year.
That's what we're all about.
That's it.
All right. Well, thank you, Gene. We do have more information for our pilots coming up here a little bit later in the broadcast. But next up, we're going to have Laura Vaughn joining us. She's going to return for our second episode of Countdown to Sun and Fun for an update on our all-important Sun and Fun volunteers. Stay tuned. It's coming up right after the break.
It's where we find community, and it's where the heart is. Dreamfinders Homes, homes built to fit your lifestyle.
Since the very first Sun and Fun, volunteers have been the heart of the fly-in. Our success depends on dedicated volunteers, and that could be you. Your life experience will help us engage, educate, and accelerate the next generation of aerospace professionals. We have all kinds of opportunities to volunteer, from fly-in support to educational events and field trips at many year-round community events. Volunteers earn valuable benefits, but you'll gain new friendships and experience new adventures. Find out more and get started. Just visit volunteer.flysnf.org for more info about volunteer opportunities at the Aerospace Center for Excellence and the Sun and Fun Aerospace Expo.
Dad, you need to go.
Really?
It's important.
I feel fine.
Look, you cannot mess around with this kind of stuff. Some cancers, man, we just don't want to lose you from something we could have caught.
What I need to do?
You just give your doctor a call. They'll tell you what screening test you need.
Fine. Can I have my pie now? Oh, man.
Welcome back to our Countdown to Sun and Fun. We want to remind you to help us spread the word about this live stream. You want to subscribe to our YouTube channel, smash the like button, and subscribe to our Facebook page while you're at it. We're going to be answering some of those questions that you do leave in the comment section, so don't forget to leave those. We're keeping an eye on it, and we will get to them here shortly. But I do want to bring in Laura Vaughn, our Executive Director of Events, with an update on the people who make the magic happen, our Sun and Fun volunteers.
So the excitement is really happening. As Jean mentioned earlier, we had our kickoff volunteer meeting this last weekend on Saturday. We had our leadership teams from the whole fly-in show up. A lot of great information was exchanged and ideas and stuff, and now the deadlines start happening. All of our chairmen have to kick in and get all of their equipment orders and planning put in place so we can start putting things actually out on the field to welcome those pilots that you're talking about.
That's right, early.
So we're kind of in that mode now. The office has actually been crazy today. I have not sat at my desk. So I can definitely feel the excitement. But we have somewhere between 2,900 and 3,200 volunteers that help us for the event each year. Since we've been collecting data on volunteers, we have had over 20,000 volunteers help us with our event, and that doesn't really count maybe the first 10 years that we we're kind of documenting. So we've had a lot of great volunteers. I would be remiss if I didn't mention a couple of groups that really support us. Our Early Birds, which is a team of volunteers that come in. They live here on site starting most of them in January, some arrive a little early, but they put all the nails in the wood, they put all the pipes together, they build the things for us, they clean the grounds, they do everything. So there are workhorses here. They're the people that we really count on. We count on our yearly birds as well. They come in, they actually do jobs here for us during the flying as well. I have one that's been with me for 10 years. She's in my office right now. But we have our yearly bird support that helps us not only with our flying, but of course with our year-round education programs, as well as our facility rental events and stuff that we have here on site. And then we have our flying volunteers a lot of dedicated volunteers. We have 10 individuals that will be receiving their 50-year volunteer pin this year. So very, very exciting. So the excitement is there. We invite anybody who wants to become part of our volunteer family to go to the volunteer tab on the Sun and Fun website and click on it. We've got an explanation of the 3 different groups that I mentioned there. You can decide for yourself which one you want to be a part of. Of course, we would welcome you. Bring your talent we're a small city during the fly-in. We have a lot of different aspects. You don't have to be an aviator. You don't have to have any special skill, or you can have a particular skill that might be just perfect for what we need here. So we invite anyone who's interested to come and be a part of the family.
And so tell me again, how many volunteers on average do you have every year?
So anywhere between 2,900 and about 3,200. We collect their hours, and I don't have the total in my head right now, but we actually do a total of the total amount of hours that are spent putting our event on, and it's quite amazing. I'll have that number for you the next time.
I think that total equals a lot.
That is what I'm getting at.
It's an amazing amount of hours, absolutely.
You guys you truly do make everything happen. We could not do it without the thousands of volunteers.
That is...
So we're asking
That's my mantra.
We're asking for you to come help. We love to have the volunteers. You get to hang out at Sun and Fun too, right?
It's a pretty cool place to hang out.
And again, no aviation experience necessary. If you just want to come in and hang out and help out, we invite you to do that.
We've got all kinds of things for people to do.
Yes, always accepting those volunteers. So thank you so much for that update, Laura. We really do appreciate it. We know it's a very busy time of the year for you as you're finalizing all of those plans. So. All right, we are going to bring back in Gene to talk about the island here. So it was new last year, returning this year. Yes. What is it? How does it benefit our pilots? Let's talk about it.
So the island is essentially the hub. It's at the epicenter of all the aircraft parking areas here on the airport during our 6 days. So if I could, with my team back there,
let's do it.
If we can go to the aerial here, I kind of just want to zoom in on the area and allow people to be able to see look at that. That is technology is awesome. All right, so you can see the airfield here. So this is the VOR, the big bowling pin that is out there right here. Here's our beloved Warbird ramp where we park a lot of the military stack and a lot of the cool airplanes, including the Connie, will be on the Warbird ramp over here this year. Here is our vintage area. Warbirds parked out here. We have home built right here, our home built camping area here and our parking. General aviation camping, new last year. We moved from the west side of the airport over here to the east side. All of these are aircraft campers here, and then GAP, our general aviation parking. But right here, also seabirds, right here, our amphibious aircraft. But right here, I'm going to zoom in. This is the island. All right, so if you attended last year, this is our hub, our epicenter for all of the amenities and activities for our campers. So this larger tent right here is Fresco's, a local Lakeland restaurant. So we have breakfast, lunch, dinner in there every single day. This smaller tent's about 40 by 40 is our island store. So if you forgot your sleeping bag, so we went out and purchased all of this stuff last year, and I think we got 3 or 4 sleeping bags, and we sold out maybe 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
So I guess everybody forgot it, or they're worrying about weight and balance or whatnot. But hey, we had that stuff available. So whether it is bacon and eggs in the morning, or you need bread, or you need any of your toiletries or anything like that, or chairs for the day, here in our Island store. On the other side here, another 40 by 40 tent, that's our Pilot Welcome Center. So Ann McKee and her team of volunteers are ready to greet you, help you get registered, answer questions. They do a phenomenal job each year. So we're always excited to have the Pilot Welcome Center. It's very, very important. Again, right here in the center of where all the aircraft are parked. Also, this smaller tent right here, and this, you can see this U-shaped area right here, that's a tram stop as well. So we want to help and make sure everybody can get around the site. These smaller trailers right here, that is our shower house and also our Cadillac, what I call Cadillac potty, a restroom trailer that's there. And also this area here looks with the turnaround. This is our Uber and Lyft drop off.
Oh, perfect.
All right, so again, if you come in early, you take advantage, you get here during the weekend prior to, you're able to grab an Uber or a Lyft. They'll pick you up right here. We'll give you the address. They'll pick you up and they'll be able to get you wherever you need to go, anywhere in the city, Lakeland, Polk County or whatnot. Also, this year, rental cars are also available for our fly-in guests. Avis and Budget this year is a rental car company, so I believe we have that up on our website now. Maybe Laura can shake her finger at me or she'll tell me, but that should be up there shortly, if not yet. Oh, not yet, I'm being told. Not quite yet. But Avis and Budget will be our rental car company this year. So if you're flying in, you need to get a rental car, you're staying at one of our local hotels, you'll be able to do that. So again, this is your epicenter. This is where all your amenities, everything you're going to need for a great flying experience during our 50th. Again, it was a great success for us last year, bringing it back, and it's going to be a mainstay for us moving forward. Also in the evenings, movies coming back as well.
Can't go wrong with that.
Can't go wrong with that. Last year, the first movie we showed was Top Gun, the 1986 version, not Maverick, the first one. Yes. And I didn't know how many people to expect out there last year, and there were over 80 folks watching the movie. So I got excited, even before the show started. So again, the island, great place. And when you come and visit us and you use the island and the amenities or whatnot, this is again a very important location and center of our activity for all of our flying guests. So if there are, hey, you're not happy with the experience or something we can improve on, let us know, and we'll look to continue and bring it back each year and continue to prove it as we move forward.
And we took a lot of those suggestions last year. You've implemented a lot of those. We talked a lot about those on the first episode, so we are certainly going to be looking for that.
Yep, absolutely.
Can you tell us a little bit about the Welcome Pilot Center, just a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so when you fly in, we want to know where you came from. Obviously, there's a pilot registration there as well. There's some other activities that we're going to talk about here a little later, actually, with our Flying Style program as well, which is a very, very important program, for our flying guests, which we'll talk a little bit later about. And also, there's swag and there's cool stuff we're going to be handing out to our guests as well. So more to come on that, because we want to make sure we're taking care of our pilots, and also each year. I flew into Sun and Fun hat, and it is a very cool, special hat this year. If you don't like it, I'm sorry, but it is an awesome hat. I'm pretty excited about it, if you can't tell, but we'll make sure we have that for all of our flying guests as well.
So
that's always a big hit. Yeah. And the knob's not on the top. So for my pilot friends with your headset, that little knob's not there to press into your head, so it won't be there, but I know everybody loves that each year.
He thought of everything.
No, well, I didn't think of it. Other people thought of it. We're just continuing it. Yes, but I remember the comments. Yes.
All right. Thank you for that update, Gene. Very, very important. And of course, we'll continue to update more on the island as we get a little bit closer. But moving along here now on Countdown to Sun and Fun, we want to introduce a brand new program this year. Another little announcement for you. Actually, a child care program that's going to be available at Sun and Fun this year. So I want to welcome in Callie Miller with Carolee Child Care. Thank you so much for joining us today. So you're the owner, but also the mom of 4 little ones, and you are going to be bringing quality and fun childcare to Sun and Fun this year. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yes, we love that Sun and Fun is a family-friendly event, and we want you to come experience it as a family. But in the evenings when the kids are getting a little tired, or you want to have time as adults, we have created a fun kids club environment within our family oasis for children to come be supervised by my staff and babysitters, but it will feel like a really fun event for them. Every evening, Tuesday through Saturday night, from 5 to 10 p.m., we have a different themed event. So it could be the Country Hoedown, or it could be a glow party, or America the Beautiful. Your kids are sure to fall in love with Sun and Fun in a whole new way, and we're very excited to have them.
I'm very excited about this program. I'm sure it's going to be used a lot. What kind of availability is there?
I hope so. We have lots of space for children. So we staff according to the ages of the children, and we're very conservative with the staffing. And so right now, I think we have registration open for at least 40 kids. We hope that more will sign up for that. We joked earlier that you might have to try to beat the staff from taking up all the childcare spots, but we will make sure we will make sure that there's plenty of room for the attendees. But register early. The registration is already live, and so you can snag your spot for childcare. We'll serve them dinner, snacks, and then lots of fun entertainment.
And so your flyer is up on the page right now with the QR code. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Correct. So if you scan that QR code, or you go to www.carolee.com, and then /events, then you will find the whole schedule of activities that we have planned, the opportunity for you to ask any questions, and then you can reserve your child's spot. And we talk a little bit about any kind of allergies or medications they would require, or if they're going to be partaking in food, then we want to make sure that they are comfortable and that we're best equipped to take care of them. So you can reserve their spot, and you'll get a little confirmation from our team, and please ask any questions that you have.
And do you have to register for every night that you want to have the availability?
Yes, each night is a different registration, and you can register all your children if you have more than one. But we want you to come back night after night, because each night's going to become more fun, and I have a feeling your kids will be begging to participate.
And something different every night. Can you go through a little bit about what you have planned for us?
Yeah, so the first night, while the Trace Adkins concert's going on, we have a Country Hoedown for the children, and so there will be lots of yard games and activities, pin the tail on the horse, burlap bag races, and then we have a big night about fireworks, and the children will also get to see the firework display both on Wednesday night and on Saturday night. And then we have an event all about planes, in keeping with Sun and Fun, America the Beautiful, which will also be doing crafts and activities to honor the military on site that we'll be delivering to them the next day. And then we'll go out with a bang with a big glow party.
I love that so much. Yeah. And we always talk about how Sun and Fun, there's something for everyone, and there truly is now. Yes. Every single day during the afternoon, we have a lot of the STEM activities out there, during the day, but then now we have something fun for them to do at night too.
Yes,
very exciting. So we're going to keep up with this as we get a little bit closer. Hopefully we start to see those registrations sign in. I'm sure it's going to fill up.
Yeah, we're very excited. We love kids, and I have my own, like you said, and so we'll make sure that they're well taken care of and that they have a really wonderful time while you're having a blast at Sun and Fun.
Exactly.
And if people can't find me in the evenings, I'm probably going to be over there at the Family Oasis with my 4-year-old Jake, because this sounds pretty exciting. I haven't even seen that list right there. It looks pretty cool. So I'll probably be there.
Good. Welcome.
Yep.
So long as you've had your background check, we'll let you in.
No
there
problem.
You go.
I think I can pass.
Lots of families definitely needed that, right?
Yes. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us. We are very excited about that program.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right. So next up, we have another guest joining us for information on the Future in Flight Plaza, a great program for aspiring aviators of all ages. More fun for everyone, right?
Yes.
We are back with Jane Winter here in just a second when we return on Countdown to Sun and Fun.
Kids across America are going to school hungry. Millions of kids every day. Hungry kids get sick more often and can struggle in school. It can be harder for them to focus and learn. But one simple thing can help change all of this for a hungry child in America. Good healthy food and the energy it brings. With help from caring people across America, No Kid Hungry is providing healthy meals and hope to hungry kids so they can build better futures.
We want to ensure that all of our kids have healthy meals every day.
Thank you.
Thank you for helping feed our kids.
To learn more about ending child hunger in America, go to helpnokidhungry.org today.
Think buying fake products is harmless? Think again. Counterfeits are made in unsafe conditions, potentially using hazardous and even lethal ingredients that could harm you and others. Each year, billions of dollars worth of counterfeit products are sold in the U.S. I smell big crime. Think about it. If you don't know where the products came from, how could you know where the money goes? You're smart. Buy smart. Go for real.
It's where we find community. And it's where the heart is. Dreamfinders Homes. Homes built to fit your lifestyle.
Welcome back, and thank you for sticking with us on Countdown to Sun and Fun. Another reminder, of course, to keep those questions coming into the comment section. We're keeping an eye on it, and we are going to be answering those questions shortly. I promise we will get to them. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, smash the like button, and subscribe to our Facebook page while you are at it so you can get all of these important announcements that we keep talking about. So next up, we are going to bring in our Vice President of Strategic Partnerships, Jane Winter. Thank you so much for joining us today, Jane.
You're welcome. Happy to be here.
Yeah, so exciting. So we also have Zach McDonald, the General Manager of Lakeland Shelter FBO. Jane, I know you're going to talk about the Future in Flight Plaza here in just a second. We're going to start with Zach, though. You're going to talk about an exciting opportunity for our pilots.
Absolutely. So with this year being the biggest Sun and Fun event that so far has ever been done, and with it being all these new promotions that are going on this year and these new exhibitors, we really wanted to make our commitment to the Aerospace Center of Excellence this year. So this will be our 4th year with our donation to Sun and Fun, but with this being the 50th show, we decided this would be a really awesome time for us to go ahead and extend our donation. So we give 10 cents of every gallon of fuel pumped to Aerospace Center of Excellence for their education program. This year, we've extended that to 8 other sister FBOs that we have in our network for people who are en route to Sun and Fun. So normally we do it from Monday to Monday during the show. This year we're actually going to include the FBOs on the way to the show. So if you are flying from the West Coast, from up north, and you need to make a fuel stop along the way, if you can make one of our shelters, we've got Rocky Mountain, BJC, Colorado, right outside of Denver. We got Denton, Texas, outside of Dallas. We have Lawrenceville, Georgia, being a really big opportunity right outside of Atlanta, as well as Panama City, Jacksonville, Daytona Beach, Ocala, Florida, and Savannah, Georgia. Yep. Those are the ones that was the one I was missing. So we really want to have a great donation this year. Last year we were able to raise over $17,000 for the Aerospace Center of Excellence. Wow. Our goal this year, I'd love to be able to push 20. 18 is our realistic goal, but we'd love to push to $20,000 to Aerospace Center of Excellence this year.
Oh, and is there a list of those where everyone can find them?
Absolutely. They can go to the shelter website and get any of our locations along the way. My marketing team and I are working together on an actual graphic that we'll be able to push out, but give it to the Sun and Fun team so they can promote it as well, so they can see, so we can make sure that you guys are actually able to see the locations that are participating in that.
Perfect.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I just want to say thanks, Zach. I mean, we, from myself, the Aerospace Center for Excellence, all the folks that we serve, especially our kiddos, we truly appreciate the partnership with Shelter, especially over the last 4 or 5 years now, and then also now extending it out to other FBOs, because again, we are super laser focused on our flying community and to make it easier for our guests. There's also a discount, correct me if I'm wrong, at these FBO locations as you're coming down, and plus the 10 cents coming back to ACE when you stop at these locations and say, I'm flying to Sun and Fun, and all those funds are coming back to us. So we are very appreciative. And again, those discounts will be at those other FBOs as you're flowing down here to Lakeland.
Yep, so a discount at all those FBOs is going to be $1 off whatever their retail price is. So a pretty substantial discount. And then the week of Sun and Fun, of course, we will be doing a promotional fuel rate. So it will be a pretty heavily discounted fuel rate as well. That'll be across the board for anybody flying in. So it doesn't matter if you get 1 gallon or 200, everyone's pretty much paying the same price. The whole point is to make sure you're getting really cheap and affordable fuel.
Yep. That's awesome. Thank you so much, and we appreciate Shelter's partnership.
Absolutely. We're super happy to be a part of it.
We certainly do. So, Jane, welcome in. Let's talk about the future in Flight Plaza.
Well, Amanda, we've been working on this for a couple of years, and it's finally come to fruition here. So we are really excited about this. First of all, this Future in Flight Plaza is right in our front gate. You walk through admission, you will see the Future in Flight Plaza. The first thing, and we welcome back our career fair. We've had it for multiple years, but this year it's all 6 days because it's popular. We've already sold out. So we have a wait list, but people come. If you're out there and you're looking for a job, something in aviation, we have aviation companies, we have Mission Aviation, and a lot of airlines looking to hire you. The next place is our Junior ACES program, and it started out a little small last year, only 15,000 kids. That's not really small, but we're excited because this year we've created a brand new tent for the Junior ACES program. And when I talk about who's going to be in here, it's Siemens Technology, it's our friends from the U.S. Air Force, it's the FAA, and Gene, they are doing the ATC programming, so little kids can be Gene Conrad.
I may have a shot.
We also are going to have not only in the Junior ACES tent, but we're attached to our merchandise tent right inside the front gate. So we're proud. We'll just bring kids and parents right in there to shop. So it's great. The next thing we've got, and this is really exciting, we have the Flight Sim experience. And this is where we've got cutting edge VR simulation technology, hands-on technology. We have 12 different Flight Sim entities in this. You can walk in as an adult. Maybe you don't know you want to be a pilot. Try it out, and you can do a lot of things. It's going to be super exciting. We also have the Innovation Showcase, and the Innovation Showcase is brand new to us this year. We thought maybe we'd have 10 companies sign up, and we have 16 companies signed up with cool Jetson cutting, Gene likes when I say Jetson, I like cutting edge technology. It's going to be super fun. We have companies with exhibits inside and outside, eVTOL. There's also eVTOL charging stations. There's drone companies that may or may not deliver to Walmart. They're here on our campus. There's a lot of fun things going on. I'd talk about the Family Oasis, but you've already talked about that.
Talked about it,
And there's also the International Oasis.
Yes.
It's very exciting.
So, and the kids is really what it's all about, right?
It is.
That's why we're all here. I mean, everybody loves to come for the air show. Of course, that you said that starts at 1.
Yes.
So come early to Sun and Fun so that you can take advantage of all of those things and then, watch the air show. But obviously this goes on all day too, right?
It does. Yep. It starts at the beginning of the day. They're here for the full day. Kids can come in. There's different things for different kid levels. So you can check our programming. It will tell you where to go. And little kids or big kids can do it.
Love
it's
it.
exciting.
Big kids, adults, right?
Adult
they
kids
can take
participate too.
Future Flight Plaza is my new hangout area. I don't know what to tell anybody, but it's going to be a great thing.
It's exciting.
But it is really all about the kids, and we do want to inspire the young aviators to get out there and to be able for the kids to have the hands-on experiences.
Yep.
It gets them started early.
It's very true. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us, Jane and Zach. We really do appreciate your partnership.
Absolutely. We're super happy to be a part of it.
All right.
Thank you.
So we are going to talk a little bit more about our 50th fly-in here. We've talked a lot about what we can look forward to during the 50th celebration, but we can't look forward without looking back.
Absolutely. And we're taking the time this year to focus on our 5 decades, half a century of the fly-in. We've put together a series of videos that focus on our pioneers. They are the people who started Sun and Fun. We owe a lot to their passion, commitment, and sacrifice. Here is the second installment of the Pioneers of Sun and Fun series.
It's 1975, and disco music is starting to take hold in American culture. Saturday Night Live debuted that year on television. It lasted longer than disco, just like Sun and Fun. As the pioneers completed the first fly-in January of that year, they began to look to the future. Each volunteer had many insights and questions, but all of the pioneers agreed on keeping Sun and Fun friendly and welcoming.
When we started out, it was January, and who doesn't want to get out of the snow? We stressed Southern hospitality, but I think it was the welcome. You know, we really tried to welcome people and get them involved, and I think we did a pretty good job with that. We still, that's still one of our things.
You know, the weather was pretty unpredictable in January, especially for people flying from up north in any distance.
During the third fly-in 1977, an event had the pioneers questioning January.
Remember, this was in January. Our first fly-ins were in January. And that was, we found out at one of our fly-ins it actually does snow in Florida, and people were out writing their names on the hoods of their cars or the wings of their airplanes.
That was an interesting year when it snowed, and the snow stayed on the ground. And that was actually the first year we were on this side of the airport, because we were on the north side in 75 and 76. And we moved over here in 77 and in January, and that's the year it snowed.
Our problem was figuring out which time of the year to have this, because we were boxed between the weather on one side, the holidays, Easter, and spring training. And the biggest event early on would have been the Strawberry Festival.
Then we went to March, and March was tough. You know, you had spring training, and there were more spring training teams here. Of course, we had the Detroit Tigers, and then Plant City had a spring training, and, Tampa and Winter Haven. And so they liked our motels too, and we didn't have as many motels then either, so it was very competitive.
Central Florida visitors and those kind of people said, if you guys could just move one day past the end of spring training, we could provide you with a lot more room. So that's how it ended up being at the end of March, first part of April.
So we settled on early April and tried to bounce around the Easter holiday and Holy Week. So in order to make it available for most of the volunteers. I think the biggest gripe back then was April 15th was tax filing day. And everybody said, I gotta get back to get my taxes done.
We have so much more to the story of Sun and Fun. Next time, we'll look at some of the key players who drove growth, innovation, and set the tone for the volunteer spirit of Sun and Fun as we continue with the pioneers celebrating the 50th fly-in.
Certainly a lot of things to juggle when you're thinking about the timing of Sun and Fun. I only recently, a few months ago, found out that it started in January. And the first thing that I said, being a meteorologist, was January is a tough time. Yep. It's not only chilly, but in 77 it snowed.
Yes, I know. I don't even know. Well, let's see, you're a meteorologist. So 77, when's the last time it really snowed in Central Florida? Do you know by chance?
Time.
Really?
77 was the last time we had the measurable snow. We've had a trace here and there,
yep.
But that was the year that it stuck for a little bit.
Yeah, well, I was born in Wisconsin, so, I grew up with snow and all that, but I love living in Florida. It is actually really nice right now, so I don't miss the white stuff, and working in airports and whatnot, it's not fun to have to push that around and get it out of the way for aircraft so they can safely land. So
yeah,
not fun.
That's true.
But it's fun if you don't have to push it around.
That's true.
Right?
Well, April, it's a good month. I mean, you still have to juggle some of the cold fronts here and there coming through, but typically they don't last very long. And you have some chilly days, you have some warm days, but otherwise less rain.
Yeah, March and April are good months for us. So
absolutely.
We're looking forward to the weather gods to do my little knock on my temple here. We're going to look for good weather this year.
All right, coming up next on Countdown to Sun and Fun, we are going to be finally getting to your viewer questions. We have a few waiting in the queue, so stick around. We'll be right back.
We got out of Washington State, and I think a week after, state went on lockdown for COVID.
So then when we transitioned to Texas, it was very much so like, what are we going to do now?
Operation Homefront has allowed our family to make something of ourselves again in the world after the military.
It's completely changed the way our life is. It took us from a hopeless situation, and now we're homeowners. We have a savings account. I'm the first one to own a home out of my siblings.
It's where we find community. And it's where the heart is. Dreamfinders Homes. Homes built to fit your lifestyle.
Moms of preschoolers, it's time to blast off into reading. Story time at the Florida Air Museum is here every Tuesday morning at 10. It's an amazing interactive learning experience for kids 2 to 5.
Hi, I'm Miss Jenny Lynn. Come read, sing, and learn with me.
Come to explore the universe with rockets, planes, and space. It's free. Story time, Tuesdays 10 a.m. at Lakeland's Florida Air Museum.
Hey there, I'm Lance Bass, and this is Chip. And if you're like me, your pets mean the world to you. And if disaster strikes, saving them is a priority. Learn how to keep your best friends safe at AmericanHumane.org.
I had a pretty normal mom life. Everything was pretty good.
And we just had a new baby, and then all of a sudden she's on life support, fighting for her life.
They told me my only chance was a heart transplant.
And the American Heart Association helped make that possible. Their research helped save me.
To learn more about how the American Heart Association is saving lives, go to helpheart.org.
Welcome back to Countdown to Sun and Fun. This is a final reminder for you to help us out, subscribe to our YouTube channel so you get alerts when updates like this live stream are posted. Smash the like button and subscribe to our Facebook page as well so you can help us spread the word on all the announcements that we have gone over today. So we do want to bring back in Laura Vaughn, our Executive Director of Events. She's going to help us answer some of our questions that we have, and we've already had a few come through. The first one we're going to talk about here: are there any perks to flying in as a pilot? This is a pilot-focused Countdown to Sun and Fun, so Gene, I'll let you take it away.
Yeah, so earlier we talked about a whole litany of things. Obviously, the air show schedule, military static, the NOTAM, the island, and all the amenities that are available for you there. The next thing, and I think I hinted on it, is the fly-in style program. So when our pilot friends arrive, go over to our Pilot Welcome Center, again, over at the island, and our flying style program. So you fly in, you check in the Pilot Welcome Center, sponsored by our partners at Phillips 66. Get your very own flying style pilot card at the Pilot Welcome Center. So you'll be able to pick that up there. And when you present your card to any of our participating exhibitors, and you'll be able to take advantage of the special offerings that they have. So you can go to our website, again, on Flying In, and you'll see there's a little tab there for the flying style program, and you can see all the exhibitors that are there and all the discounts that are available to our pilot community when you fly in. So head over to the Pilot Welcome Center when you get here. Again, register, talk to our great volunteers that will be there, and then sign up for the flying style program. So that is all for our flying guests.
All right, it is all pilot focused anyway,
all pilot focused. That's right.
All right, some great questions here. We have.
I think we need to start with that.
I was going to say, this
what
one
is
looks
this?
good. I'm going to let you read this one, Gene.
So, I probably know who sent this one in. So, what will it take to get Gene up in a tandem flight with us, Arrhythmia Paramotor Team? Well, first of all, you did the first thing. You offered. So I accept your offer. So you pick the morning or whatever day or even prior to the event, I am there. So it doesn't take much, by the way. I am always up for a sweet ride in anything. So if anybody's out there is watching, but again, I'm guessing this is one of my good friends and with Arrhythmia. And you know, I believe I know who you are, but I appreciate that offer, and I'm going to take you up on it. So thank you.
We're going to put a camera in there,
Yes.
and then we're going to show it on one of the episodes
that'll
during
be awesome.
the week.
I'm in.
All right.
Yes,
Appreciate
show it
that.
over and over and over again. Yeah.
You can't not, right?
The face. So we've got a couple of questions here. One is about camping. The question is, how can we guarantee that we have 2 camper spots next to each other if we're arriving separately? Well, it's a little difficult, but it can be done. When you arrive, you can either buy your fellow campers' camping permit and then stake off the space next to you and get a space and hold it for them, or you can let camper registration know that where you're located after you place your rig, and we do also have camper host teams that can assist you as well in the campground. But it's best if you go ahead and purchase your camping permit for the person that you're wanting to secure the space for next to you.
Yeah, so Laura, can't people come in early? So if you live here in Central Florida or you're relatively close or you're passing through, starting on March 16th, they could actually lay their spots out next to each other?
So our campground officially opens to our guests on March the 11th. Okay, so you can come in and you can start paying for camping for March 11th. On March the 16th is the date that our volunteers can start bringing their rigs in. So March 16th is our second volunteer meeting, and at that point, if they've requested an early camping permit, they can come in and bring their rigs and select their spots.
But they could come early, lay out their spots next to each other. They're going to, obviously you have to pay for those days leading up to the event, but you can do it.
Rental companies also that will come in and place a space or place a camper in for people who rent campers as well. So, so hopefully I answered the question. If not, they'll let me know and I can get a little further into it with them. So.
Yeah, and you can continue to ask those questions in our comment section. We'll keep an eye on them, and if there are any more, we can answer them on our next episode of Countdown.
So the next one that I have in front of me is there a first-timers cheat sheet that will be help us get ready to attend. So we have a lot of information on our website, and I know that some people maybe not have time to get through all of it, but we do have a frequently asked questions. We do have a page that kind of lets you know what you need to bring. Sunscreen would be a really important one. Nice hat. But we do have a lot of indoor activities that have air conditioning, but we have a lot more activities that are outside. So appropriate clothing. If you're camping, the normal camping stuff, a lot of our camping is dry camping, so bring what is going to make you comfortable for the week, whether you have electric or not. So we have a lot of information to help those first timers come. It's been a long time since I've been a first timer, so we do help you prepare.
But Laura, even for our first timers, so we also have our app which we introduced, and we've had it in the past, but we brought it back last year.
Yes.
So whether you're a many timer or you're a first timer, also when do you think we'll have the app ready? People can download it.
We're hoping to have it the first part of it out within the next week or so, but they will continue to update it. We're going to have more and more information on it this year, so hopefully it will have everything everyone needs on it. There's always something someone picks out, but we're working hard to make it very well-rounded this year.
There's volunteers everywhere. If you have a question, you can stop them and ask a question.
Absolutely. Yes, our volunteers are our ambassadors, so we encourage them to get the knowledge about our event so they can share it with our guests. So
some fabulous questions here. I got one more question, a really good one. Are there opportunities for schools to bring students for a field trip on Friday? And the answer is yes. We already have about 1,000 students signed up, and the really cool thing is if you arrive in a bus, all of the students get in free. The chaperones have a discount, and you can actually register for that. The registration deadline is March 5th, so that's coming up a little less than a month from now, about 3 weeks from now. And if you can do that on the website, you can go to Sun and Fun, the tab there, kids activities. So again, if you want to bring some students out, the kids on the bus getting free.
Yep. And we have another question as well.
We do have another question.
Yes.
So
will there be Wi-Fi in the general aircraft camping area?
Yes. So when we talked about the island earlier, so there will be Wi-Fi at the island. So not specifically out in the general aviation camping area, but at the island there will be Wi-Fi, and it will be robust, and it will be speedy. So there'll be Wi-Fi in various areas. So this year with the Wi-Fi specifically, we obviously had some challenges last year, but we've been super focused on our core, where all of our exhibitors are, our outdoor exhibitors, manufactured display areas, also our Future and Flight Plaza areas, but also then to other key areas moving out to Paradise City, out to the island, our East Main registration, and to Warbirds and on the Warbird ramp and food and beverage and things like that. But definitely at the island, there will be Wi-Fi there for everybody so they can connect and talk to their families and do business as well during the week.
One more reason to go to the island.
There you go. I forgot that piece. So whoever asked that question, great question.
Thank you. We do rely on these questions to get you information out there too.
Absolutely.
And we certainly have covered a ton of information on this second episode of Countdown to Sun and Fun. If you missed a bunch of the announcements that you went over right at the beginning, the first 10 minutes or so, you can rewatch this episode. It is going to be on all of our social channels, Facebook page, our YouTube page. You can go back and rewatch it and take some notes if you need to, especially that NOTAM, the new details with that. That's very important. On demand right after this program is done. So we want to...
And also, just to let folks know, I monitor some of our social media pages. I'm a Facebook person and Instagram. So when we're putting all this stuff out there, I try to catch as many questions as I can as well. Sometimes you won't see that it's me. It'll just be, our basic Sun and Fun moniker on there or whatnot. But I try to monitor as much as I can. Also, Kathy Gilbert and our team with NetWeave, we monitor social media quite heavily to make sure we can answer all of your questions. So we may not get back to you right away. We try to do our best, but we want to get back to you as quickly as possible and get your questions answered. So if there are additional questions or things that come up later today and you're like, oh, I should ask that, just go ahead and ask it, pick a post, and we'll catch it, we'll answer it.
All right, all very important information.
Yep.
We just have how many days?
56 days. Again, this is our 50th fly-in. This is a big one for us. Thanks for watching this episode of Countdown to Sun and Fun, and we look forward to hosting you all here April 9th through the 14th.
Get your tickets.
Get your tickets.
You can buy them in advance. You can buy parking in advance.
Yes, flysnf.org.
Yes.
It's really easy. You go up to the right-hand corner. It says buy tickets. You click it. You go right to it. And I also watch our ticket purchases too. So if I see your name on there and I know you, I might send you a text and say thank you, which I've done, by the way.
We can't wait for you to show up in April. So we went over a lot of information today, but we're still 56 days away, and we are going to have more information, more insider tips and announcements ahead of the 50th Sun and Fun Aerospace Expo next month on Tuesday, March 12th, and again right before the fly-in, Tuesday, April 2nd. They're both going to be at 2 p.m. Eastern. Until then, thanks for watching.
Thank you.